Hey, this is Corey with Gadget Tech, and this is the iPhone 10. So the iPhone 10 has finally arrived. I'm sure you've watched plenty of videos and read up on it, but the question remains for some, is it worth the $1,000 entry point? And today I'm going to attempt to answer that question for you. The iPhone 10 brings us a new form factor. Both the front and the back of the phone are now glass, and there's a brushed aluminum band that encompasses the outside of the phone, giving it a very nice premium look and feel. The new OLED screen is beautiful, and I don't mind the notch one bit. Within that notch area, you have your front-facing camera, along with the sensors required to make Face ID work. The lock screen has received a few minor adjustments. Your flashlight button and your camera button are now 3D touch activated. Replacing the home button is a simple swipe up gesture from the bottom of the phone. Holding the side button and the volume up button at the same time will give you the option to power down your phone, as well as emergency SOS. This combination also disables Face ID for your next login, and it will require the entry of your passcode. I was a little apprehensive about Face ID, but the setup was dead simple and has been quite reliable for me. Now, there are times when Touch ID is better, like if your phone is flat on the table, but then there are times where Face ID is superior, like when your hands are wet or dirty, or if you have gloves on. I've also found that Face ID is better when you're already using your phone, it's already unlocked, and you're going to a new app that requires it. It removes the step of waiting for a prompt to put your finger on the Touch ID sensor. The app just opens up. By default, you need to be looking at your phone for Face ID to work, but there is an option to disable that. The gesture to access the control panel has changed. It is now located in the upper right of the screen. You'll just swipe down, and for notifications, you can swipe down from anywhere to the left of that. For search, just swipe down from the middle of the screen. Siri can be accessed by a long press of the side button, or just by saying, "Hey Siri." Hey Siri. A quick press of the side button and the volume up button gives you a snapshot. There are a number of new gestures used to navigate your phone. To exit an application and go home, you simply swipe up. To access your app switcher, you swipe up from the bottom but stop in the middle, and then you can slide over between your apps. If you want to close an app, you will need to hold down on the panel temporarily until you get the minus sign at the top. Then you have the option of either simply swiping up, or you can press the individual minus to close that app. New functionality is brought to us through this new gesture that allows you to just swipe your finger along the bottom of the screen to switch back and forth between your applications. Reachability is here, although it is disabled by default, and it allows you to pull the screen down for easier one-handed use. And the good thing about reachability is when you do that, the sections for control panel and notification are brought down as well. But you do need to go into your settings and enable that function. And emojis has been one of the features to receive a lot of attention for the iPhone 10. They're very simple to use. It's actually an application within the Messages app. And the good thing about it is it doesn't use your Face ID profile to map onto the character. Anyone using your phone can use this feature. So you can hand your phone off to your kid, and as long as there's adequate lighting and they're the correct distance from the phone, it'll map their face. And it does a good job of mapping over 50 muscles in your face to animate the Animoji. Powered by the new A11 Bionic processor, the phone can now shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second and shoot 1080p slow motion video at 240 frames per second. iOS 11 also introduces a new file format, high efficiency, that gives you the same quality at half the file size. Here's some video that I took at the park the other day, 4K 60 frames per second, and a little bit of slow motion video as well. All right, taking a look at the front camera, the image is crisp and the colors are good, but it does struggle capturing dynamic range. Take a look at the clouds behind me. Now you see them, now you don't. Hopefully that's something they can fix through a software update. Here are some pictures that I took in pretty poor lighting. It had been raining and overcast most of the day, but still the pictures came out very crisp, very clean, not much noise in them at all. Extreme low light, I would still say take your real camera if you have one, but this is more than adequate for 90% of your shots. Speakers sound good.
Yo, Chuck Rock coming back hard for 1990. Word out, word out. Kick this out to my man Rob Swinger, Hot Dog, Dinky, Manager Butt, Ev Lover, you know what I'm saying? Dr. No. Here we go. That's the Hitman, yes, the Hitman, yo, you know it.
And ARKit is allowing for some fun augmented reality apps.
Ready when you are. I am Jarvis.
The all-glass design of this phone makes it very susceptible to dings and scratches, and you definitely don't want to drop it and break the glass. The back panel alone costs over $500 to replace, so get you a case. If you're into wallet cases, I highly recommend this one from Movo. So back to the original question, is this phone worth $1,000? If you're in the group of people considering buying a $1,000 phone, then I would say yes, because you're in a certain class of consumer. You like luxury items, you have the disposable income, and you like having the latest and greatest tech toy. For you, this would be a great purchase. It's a great phone, and you'll be happy with it. Hope you enjoyed our review. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.